operator, okay, we can pick our class, I guess. We can be a mechanist, an operator, or an extractor. One has this one has +1 endure. Use strength or strength of will. -1 approach problems with awareness. This one has less strength but works with digital interfaces. This one has less head-on problem solving but works with machines and physical tools. I'm gonna pick an operator. Timer hasn't started yet. Oh, my chat's not up either. There we go. The first thing you become aware of on waking is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting, minor but imperceptible, almost imperceptible but always present. It's at its worst when waking, when your self has spent many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be a body that was indisputably yours. Think of that body. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound, the friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach until you can't tell one from another. The cold slips in behind and around you, and the sensations fade out of reach. Perhaps you should be thankful for the dull nature of this new body, given your current circumstances. The walls of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard, at your back and face, cramping your limbs. You resist the desire to stretch, knowing that the claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your central nervous system. It isn't painful, not like you used to know pain at least. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease, a reminder that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered with the banal quality of a digital notification. Right now, there are thousands of them. Remember the plan. You mostly remember that it wasn't a good plan, but then your options were limited, and once you got the itch to get out by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away in the chaos, slip into the cargo processing, seal yourselves into containers, then just hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft, others never found the meeting point. Only a few made it to the containers, but the freighter, as far as you know, left. It feels like enough to know that you might no longer be on that grim and heartless rock. Even if, in the airless hold of a freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reach any destination. Try to rest. But you are restless. It has been a long time since you left, surely weeks, maybe months. You are duly aware of damage to your legs, your right arm. You have been reserving energy as much as possible, but your body has still needed to shut down many of its systems to protect you. You have spent much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. You feel the weight of that impossibility begin to gather. It is time to sleep again, to nudge this false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and once again recoil into a dream of when you were once a person. And then we have the only option we have is rest. Time passes, the cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth, not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound, too, everywhere, screeching and shimmering, so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light, white as the cold, softer and softer until a haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. Until in a haze of dirty yellow, a figure appears. You are out. Oh. Oh. Did I move the camera? No. I guess I click this. It's been a few hours since Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit huddled in the corner of the scrapyard, swaddled in the reflective folds of a mylar built blanket. You're slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life. And you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You're surrounded by angular, incoherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along their edges where the plasma arc sliced them apart. As you trace their shapes with fogged eyes, you hear a voice. So, Sleeper, you all thawed out yet? Almost. Never seen one of you come in like this. New frames must have better perseverance than sub-zero vac. Seen more than a few of you frozen solid to hull plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in makeshift tech, his headset with its glinting eyes, the mark of a drone operator. On his shoulder, one of his symbiotically linked drones, perches. Its irising eyes locking you with an unflinching stare. I guess that's that right there, right? Alright, continue. Last living sleeper that came through this yard was a while ago. They didn't last long. You struggle to read his expression beneath the tech, but he seems lost in memory for a moment, or perhaps he is just figuring out what to do with you. What happened to him? He ignores your question. I won't ask what led you to do it, to sell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you know you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now, and you're just software, a rogue emulation illegally processing corporate property. You nod along. You remember biometrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells, the promise of a life off-world, but as you do, you get the now familiar sensation that these aren't your memories. These are things you know, but not things you feel. You are no longer that person. You are an offshoot, a copy. Ah, okay. So we're like a robot that has the memory of a human put in it. That's what we are. I've kind of read a book that involves something similar. Kind of, but not really. Anyway, let's continue. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least the last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It's the same for any sleeper who makes it out. Espinarp wants to protect their property, but if they can't keep hold of you, well, then no one can. You remember that too. Or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned obedience, a built-in dependence on the regularly administered supplements that were part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body begins to shut down, separate from your emulated mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? For now, sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Dragos glances up and away towards the glassy dome of the yard. The Eye is the best place you could be right now. The Eye? The station. You'll see soon enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, you've got things to be getting on with. Or I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the shacks. We haven't been pulling in much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside you. Emotion? Fatigue. You shakingly get to your feet. Alright, you head up there. You look like you need some rest. And with that, Dragos stalks back into the wrecks. His drone's already converging on a rusting hulk. Plasma flashes silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Alright. Welcome! A tutorial introduction. Welcome to Erlen's Eye. Life in the Eye runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. At the end of each cycle, you need to head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward on the station. Welcome to the empty container location to rest and end the cycle now. Okay. This is starting to feel somewhat narratively adventure-y. So I click here, I guess. Oh, we can do this. Cool. Whoa, look at this thing. Man, oh man. Ooh, neat. End cycle. All cycles need to end. Rest and prepare for the next one. End cycle. Blinkers. You wake, curled up in the corner of the container, and begin slowly assimilating the world around you. After all this time, you still find this body, the one you wake in now, strange and disjointed. Its message is readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, in this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in the system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? Getting the answers, building a life? We'll say building a life. Maybe you did get lucky finding yourself here. Maybe here, on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. But before you can build anything, you'll need to learn to survive. That makes sense. Maybe if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos has left a few comforts in the container: the mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and some jaded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood. You sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeletal and ghostly. A web of threads pulling at your skin. A constellation of bright polygonal shapes like angular suns burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it is long after you finish drinking before you begin to fade. You tidy away the stove as best you can and try to gather enough energy to greet the day. And it says they fade. They begin to fade, not you begin to fade. Oh, what can we do here? What's this? Okay, tutorial. Condition, action, dice, and energy. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. Okay, that's one. It's the thing at the top, number one. It depletes by one segment each cycle, but also can be damaged by violence, injury, or lack of food. If your condition bar empties, you will suffer a breakdown. You'll have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to corporate pharmaceuticals that were keeping you alive. Action dice, number two. At the start of each cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice rolled is based on your current condition. The worse your condition, the fewer dice you have. Once you have used your dice, you cannot make any further actions and must rest to recover them in the current cycle. Energy. You also need to eat. This is your energy bar. You can refill your energy bar by eating, but first you have to find somewhere to get food. Your energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you will be starving. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss, and your condition will also deplete at double rate per cycle. Okay, so we got basically health, actions, food. Health, actions, food. Health, action, food. Continue. What do these do? Okay, So, oh, leave. Okay. Say leave. Jargos has stood in the corridor when you close up the container. He is still wearing his headset, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it is implanted. A drone sits on his shoulder, its cache of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? Okay. Drone chirps. Good to hear. You notice that beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. You know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. So I'm not going to chit-chat too long. You well enough to work? Look, I'll be honest with you, Sleeper. I didn't pull you out of that container out of the goodness of my heart. He looks away. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old hulls down, sell them off to the shipyards or the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally we pull out some tech, something with a bit more value, but most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper you'll be used to the manual labor, and obviously I'll ship you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Chits? These. He pulls out a handful of small metal bars. Air-walls cryo. Isolated from the market. It's what we use for trade here. I thought it was crypto. Cryo. Kiro? Career? I don't know. Cryo. He stuffs them back in the pocket. He shuffles his feet nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this. In my opinion, you'd be best suited moving on as quick as you can. Sleepers, well, he trails off. But things being the way they are here, for me at the yard, he pauses. I need your help. Why? Things are a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to a client here or there. He pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. There's plenty to do. Will do. He nods distractedly and turns and walks away, the drone hopping along ahead of him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Okay. So we can get to work, alright. What's this? Okay, we probably just want to get to work. So we got 2 places we can be. Let's click this. What's this? I don't know what this does. But hey. Alright, tutorial actions done 1 through 2. Act 1 of 2. Actions are the primary way to interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. Perform action, click and drag your chosen action dice to the slot. Okay. Even the rustiest haul can hide valuable components and materials. Extracting them means cutting carefully and skillfully. It's going to take some time to sort and cut your way through the towers of salvage, but you are no stranger to hard labor. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy condition, or items depending on your outcome. There are 3 types of outcomes. Positive, the action goes better than expected. Neutral, the action succeeds. Or negative, the action fails. Okay? Gotcha. So 1 is the type. It's either critical or repeatable critical. It's either critical or repeatable. Critical actions may only be performed once. Risk, either safe, risky, or danger. Safe is no loss of condition, energy, or cryo. Risky means negative outcome gives you loss. Danger means negative or neutral give you loss. Okay. The skill that this action requires, either engineer, interface, endure, intuit, or engage. Modifier, either is -1, 0, +1, or +2. This is added to the action dice with a slot. It's slotted and improves its value. Some actions require you have +1 to perform. Okay, so this one's risky. So if we use our 6 on the risky one, it'll succeed, right? It automatically succeeds. So let's do that. Actions often progress clocks. Clocks are displayed below the action symbolism, and they track your actions, how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Drago's debt, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active cycle clocks will be displayed on the action for that location. Okay. So we got plus 15 and back in business. So we can repeat that one. It's going to take some time to sort it. Okay. I mean, we can do it again. It's also risky. This is a 50-50 chance. Wait, risky means it's not dangerous. Let's do this one again. Drives and navigation. In Citizen Sleeper, you can unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you in pursuing specific objectives, depending on which path you would take. You track drives, and any tracked drive will place a yellow marker on locations that help you pursue your goal. Access your drive menu via the arrow button at the top left of the screen. Okay, you are now free to explore Ireland's Eye and make a life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food to help keep your energy up and a way to recover condition. Fill clocks to progress stories. Find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home when you're out of dice. Use the mouse wheel or W and S to scroll along the station. Rotate the view with A and D. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Pharmaceuticals, otherwise escape temple. Find a doctor. Okay, I see. I get it. So we can leave this place. What's this? Assist a shipbuilder or haul materials. You don't have the connections, but you do have skills. If you can get a shipbuilder to notice them, you might be in. Okay. Oh, there's more stuff up here. Dock. This. Nothing here. Interesting. That's an interesting game. Steal dock plans? Probably don't want to do that. Or let's do a little bit of exploration. Okay, we did a little bit of exploration. We're not going to steal the dock plans because we have a 1 dice. What can we do with our 1 dice? Get a drink. We can get a drink, or we can buy rations. Buying rations seems like a good idea. There we go. We got some energy. Okay. That's good, right? What's this do? We can buy stuff here probably too, no? Oh, we have to pay a toll here of 60. That's about it. Okay, what should we use our risky action for? Okay, I feel like we should use it, or we should we can do manual salvage with our 1. We because nothing bad can happen to us, right? We can't do it. Oh, there it goes. Negative outcome, +5. Okay, we've basically found nothing. All right. So now we're out of action. So we go back to our crate, I guess, and rest. So I think this is kind of a narrative adventure game kind of thing, because we're like deciding what to do with like some RPG mechanics. Feels like it. The time you wake up, instead of the ghost of the station, that shifting skeletal ring surrounds you. For a moment you are gone, absent from your own body, stretched out across a colorless void. Then the connections begin to establish themselves, threads tugging at the edge of your mind. Hey Izzy Stardust, how are you doing? These threads become vectors of exchange and then extensions as you feel your thoughts slipping away down them, dissolving into the millions of distributed nodes they connect to. You see the station. No, you feel the station like a web of texture in a smooth black liquid. Even though you have no eyes, no sight, you see/feel the map of the station. No, not the map of the station, but the map of its connections. It is a looped cloud with spokes and spires that jut out into space. It is an ingrown thing, full of obsolete loops and severed pathways. It is a system, a map, and a territory all at once. You notice a tugging feeling pulling at you insistently, as if it were a small child. Somehow it is pulling in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back trembling into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours, all at once. You find yourself standing in the container, eyes now open in the dark steel walls. You feel a change within you, a shift. You notice you close your eyes for a second, you feel it waiting there. The station's splayed out across your mind, a storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored, and then it is gone. Oh my god, the timer is not running. I just noticed that. Timer set. How long have we been playing this? Like 45 minutes? Is that how I do it? No. Alright, let me fix it. Been like 40 minutes. How did I not? I could have swore I hit the timer start button. Anyway. You know, close your eyes for a second, you feel it waiting there. The station splayed out across your mind, a storm of connected nodes waiting to be explored, and then it is gone. Alright. Oh, we got some stinky rolls. Stinky rolls. Those are some stinky rolls. Alright, let's do another whole dissection. Oh no! We got a negative. I feel. Is this like tutorial in the sense that it's giving us specific like action? I feel like you just got screwed, but you know, maybe not. We used our one good dice and we got screwed out of it. So that sucks. So now we only have ones. Can we save the game? No, we can't save the game. It just auto saves apparently. You think I got bad luck? Well, we better buy rations now. We need the energy. Okay.
Something
I don't know. I don't want to do anything, but I guess I will. Sure, why not? It's early in the game. Okay, we got some knowledge. That's good. Next comes a call from the enforcer at the door. You shuffle down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You were thankful for the tip-off that a doctor was operating out of this place, but now that you are here, you aren't so sure. The gang, enforcer on the door, the flickering light strips, the decaying hab block, they have all made the long queue a test of your nerve, but as the options are few and without a supply of stabilizer, your body will... You suppress a shiver and shuffle forward to the front of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Look at the enforcer. The enforcer is looking down the corridor, and you dare a glance at him. His purpose is unmistakable. He is there to intimidate, to threaten, and if necessary, carry out those threats. His broad shoulders are framed with a metal exoskeleton. A couple of mirror-like implants sit below his eyes like mercury teardrops. Subsidiary sense input or aesthetic markers, you aren't sure. You also aren't familiar with the geometric blade-like tattoo on his arm, but you make a note of it. You avert your eyes when he looks back at the queue. After a few moments, a figure pushes through the doorway, and you catch a distinct voice. Send to the next one, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through the dark entryway and pausing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in warm light. A floor-to-ceiling transparent panel gives you a full view of the bright market's sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above, and for a moment you are transfixed by the motion. That's not what I expected. That photo is not what I expected. Rations are food. I agree. Oh, you're right. We need to up the food counter. I see what you're saying. Food counter goes up too. We did eat food twice. Come sit, calls a sharp voice. You see a silhouetted figure turned around, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flap across their features. They open their mouth as if to speak. They blink, and then quickly regain their composure. Please sit, they gesture to the bed, and then to an open case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns, a compact diagnostic tool scanner of some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness, unmistakably etched across their face. How long have you been on the station? They ask. The scanner still to their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me, they said. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. They take your arm and roll up your sleeve, inspecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying, they say without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNR doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call them, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping, they built in a process of so-called planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence. Doesn't Apple do that to their products? Isn't that an Apple thing? Planned obsolescence? Frames decay rapidly when they are not regularly injected with stabilizer. One with SNR remains the sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? Yes. Good. That may help. They swap to your other arm, running some thin metal device over your skin. You feel your forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Sabine says, and you are unsure if they mean for the cold touch or the metal of the metal or everything else. Yeah, we're an iPhone. We're an iPhone. an iPhone or an Apple computer, or pretty much any sort of Apple product. Emulations like you, sleepers as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any of the surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm, and SNARP has no reason to release stabilizer into the market. Sabine looks up as if to apologize again, but they stop themselves. I know little of this is of use to you. They turn away. This is simply the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Sabine works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare at their back, willing them to say something. Anything. Sabine turns to face you. I may be able to help, they sigh, and you see the darkness under their eyes. Hear the fatigue in their voice. They gesture to the door. They may be able to help. You saw Toshiro outside. You nod. He works for my benefactor, Yatagan. They are influential in the low end. They give me this space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend to their implants, sew up their wounds. They look away. But Yatagan has connections. Smugglers from the Starward Belt, mercenaries working for the corporations on Ember. If they can source the stabilizer, maybe you'll have a better chance. Sabine sets down their slate, their notes complete. This is dangerous. It'll be expensive, but I think we can do it. Why help me? Sabine walks away to the window, their face traveled by the shadows of passing drones. Let's just see if this works first. I'll let you know when I have a lead. You nod and leave, Sabine still staring out, unmoving. When you reach the lower level of the market, you look back through the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights of the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Alright, we found a doctor. Hey, that's something. We got a lead. We got a freaking lead! What if we click there again? Source is stabilizer, okay. We got a lead. That's good. Okay, we can't pay this toll, so we're leaving there. We have one dice left, and it's a 1. So we can do something that's not. We can do something safe. If you can find something safe to do, we can do that. There's nothing safe here. I thought there was something safe. Oh yeah, right here. We can do manual salvage. Let's do something safe. Alright, we got a neutral outcome. That gives us plus 10 and back in business. Alright, and 1 back in business. So I think if this gets up, then that's good, right? So we're out of action, so we have to go to the container and sleep for a cycle. Can you like die in this game? Can you like just lose? Is there a lose condition? Very curious. Maybe, I don't know if I want to know that, actually. I probably should, though. Against the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights. Like, it didn't tell us that in the tutorial we could actually die. It kind of implied it. It kind of implied, but it didn't say that. Again, the skeletal rings of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights like stars reflected in a winter lake. It is clearer, crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering in the glow. I mean, I guess I am dying, yeah. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, caches of shimmering light beneath transparent crystal forms. You follow the path of the thread across the ring. Through these forms, you leap off into the void. You begin to understand these are nodes and connections, a map of information, of communication. There are so many layers, so many loops, that it seems almost impossible to parse. But you try to begin. Focus on the nodes. The nodes are glassy, bright, But in all this flow, the only solid and fixed points. You approach one, a pyramid or a triangle, dimensions are difficult here, and lean close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal a tangle of threads, a meeting point of exchange, but before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardens, cutting you off. The threads and nodes, passages and puzzle boxes. One leads to another. There is so much here, so many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the paths and open the boxes. You look out across this ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. But then that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see two lines, two threads pulling in different directions, as if they were tied around you. We'll go with the first. The first thread leads out, away from the station, into an inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the thread to you. They are in a ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer with each cycle. The second thread leads in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something, a sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots out from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes. Time is short. Oh my God! This game is janked. What the hell, man? 3 ones? Ah! That's awful! Tutorial of the cloud. Sometimes something has changed inside you. You can now access the data cloud of the eye, a network of decaying protocols and data caches. While you can use dice and items to access systems and extract data, but be careful, these networks are old and strange. You see I button on the top of the screen to toggle this view on and off. Okay, where's this I? Oh, there it is. Data actions allow you to extract data from the networks of the eye. They work like the dice actions, but in order to unlock them, you must match your dice to the one displayed in the right of the action. If you have a +2 or +1 or +2 modifier, and it makes you get more possible dice to match. You can use any dice to match this dice display. Once unlocked, data can be extracted. So I need a 3 on this one, or I need a 1. I need a 1. So the 1 was good in this case. Okay, that's good. Now I need a 2, but I have a +1, right? Oh no, I don't have a +1. Never mind. So the 1 doesn't help me there. So it's actually a way to deal with bad dice. This game conceals a network of systems which is untouched. Input 1, whatever the hell that is. We don't even know what that is. Oh, here's another one. This one requires a 2. We don't have a plus. What is this plus? I don't understand what the +1 means. Is that the skill that we... Is that... This one requires a 2 also. Okay. It gives me an extra paint dice. What does that mean? But I can't use my dice on... Oh, I've already unlocked that one. Wait, can I do it again? Or is this a different one? This is a different one. Okay, we got more data. As you drift back from the node, something latches onto you. A thread strung tight around you. It tethers you in place. A taste. The voice makes you shiver. Its source somehow both distant and close behind your ear. You see a distant glint of light shut off, and then suddenly a shape at your side. It stalks around you, circling like a shark, like a wolf. Entity unknown. Astringent processing. Please hold. The thread around you thickens until it is a ring, a cylinder, a tunnel of light circled around you. It is blinding for a moment, and then it is gone. As it fades, you see a figure, a creature in front of you. Its strange head flickers between different angles, reading you. What did you do? The shape paces around you and on lithe legs. Although there is no ground around here to pace on. Entity, identity, origin, serial, cadence. The figure faces you expectantly. I don't understand. Sentience questionable. The figure's strange head rotates. Brackish signature of and not of. Attempting interface. As the figure speaks, more threads begin to spiral from its head. Thick, snaking, vine-like ribbons that flex wave. They approach with intent. Stop. The figure holds its threads, its head twitching. Entity, your identity is unknown. We only seek to correct illegalities. Can you confirm your legal right to sentience? I'm a person? Incorrect. You are an entity. All at once. Hunter's head is directly in front of yours, blocking your vision. You stink of their taste. The one from the sealed dock. Hunter shimmers with fury. I will find access. I will interface. Sealed dock? As the entity hides in the rotunda, you are its puppet. Hunter extends its razor-edged thread. I will not be diverted from my task. It glows with murderous intent. Strike! You lash out with all your force. Not a physical strike, but a focusing. But a focusing. A spike of interference leaping out like the tip of a spear. Hunter stumbles, shifts, and separates. You open your eyes, blinking back into the station light, shaking with fear. Okay, yeah, that happened. So that happened. Okay, so I guess we have to, like, I think we're going to buy some, we need to buy more food. Then we need to, so when it says 1, do we need a 1 or higher, or do we need a 1? Like, do we need the dice or higher, or do we need that dice? And then we want to, I think, do some work here. Let's use our 1 die to do this safe action. Which gets us plus 10, which is enough for food for the next day. I need to match. Okay. That's what I got, the impression that we needed a match, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Now we just rest again, I guess. How do we open these? Is it by, oh, it's by, okay. As we lose things, we lose dice. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, we can match the pink one too. Okay. Oh, this time we didn't roll shit. That's good. That's good. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wait up! As you close up, a voice. Okay, wait. Bang! Fing! is coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. He puts a hand around your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just want to chat. You staying in that thing? He nods back at the container, shaking his head. Rough. It's gonna be hard to get a start in the eye. He looks away from the passage. What was that? What was it old Erlen said? The eye opens for us all. Nice idea, but well, not always very practical. He glances back at you. We do our best, but it isn't easy. You pass together in the main hallway. Havenage. We are all one dysfunctional family. Thing puts an arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though. Don't worry. I'm with systems. Systems? Everything in the eye runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a ruin, but systems keeps it spinning somehow. At least we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, it's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around, and well, I know a little about you. Sleepers, I have a little proposition for you. He glances around, but this is not the place for it. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle or two to prepare. Then, when you're settled in, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. He pats you on the back, his voice bright and his dark look suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. He walks off the passage, raising a hand in farewell. Okay. Okay. Well, I think the first thing we do is buy some food, I guess. I mean, we have to keep doing this, right? I mean, like, I don't think we can not do that. What do you think getting drunk will do? Should we try it? It might give us more energy. Who knows? We have a 2. One of these required a 2. This one, in fact. But we had a 2? Oh, I didn't realize I had a 2 in here. Saved up. But I think there was another one that required a 2, so... just need to find that one. Wait, what's this pink dye? I don't understand this pink thing. Like, it was 2 for the other one, and now it's 3. I don't get it. Like, it's 3 on this one, but on that other one, it was a 2. Oh, I can match 2 or 3. Oh, I get it. I understand now. I can match either of those. I don't get a pink die. I can just match a 1 or a 2 here. Okay, I get it. I get it now. That is not clear. So I can match a 3 or a 2. Okay, I see. Alright. Alright. can't do anything here. I just have to wait. Okay. I mean, I could explore. I think I want to... I think I don't want to do any of this. I feel like I should just keep working on this. In all honesty. Let's do a hull dissection. See what happens. Well, it takes you a while. Okay, I had this thing up and I don't know exactly what happened. Okay, I'm gonna see what happens when I do this. Okay, it gives us energy. Oh, it's a way to get energy for 6, but it only gives you 1. So food gives you 2. It costs 10. Alcohol apparently gives you 1. It costs 6. Okay. All right. Good to know. Okay. Should we do some more exploring? Let's do some more exploring. What the hell? Oh, we got a positive. Oh, look at that. We got a thing. New system. Okay. We finished this thing out. We got all this one. So now stealing the dock plans isn't available because we know the dock plans. Okay. So now we know where everything is. Unlock maglock. We need oh, we have an encrypted key for it. Sure, why not? Okay. We did it. What's this? Hey you! Wanna earn shit? Ankita stands behind a huge pile of tied together hull pallets. She stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Make it 2? Nah. This goddamn station. She sighs and pinches her nose. Alright, come here then. You cross the dock concourse as she begins to split the plating into 2 bundles. What is it with this place? She asks as she angrily lashes the massive plates together. Everyone wants their cut. She straightens up to an imposing height, her armor plates creaking, and looks up at you, up and down. Or is it just that you all think I'm an easy mark? We all need to survive. She softens. I get it. I do. She shakes her head. But if I could go just one cycle without some jumped up grifter trying to take me for an idiot, then that would be nice. Ankita hoists 1 bundle of plating into her shoulder. Come on then, enough chat. You've got to earn the chits. Enough chit chat. After all, it's not called chit chat. Oh wait, actually it is. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look. Ship's this way. And she sets down off a gantry at the impressed feet. As you catch up to her, she turns down a passage, pushing through small crowds of stevedores. Why are you doing this yourself? What's all this for? Oh, this? She nods the plates on her back. I'm building a treehouse. She gives you another of her looks. This is for ambergris, that cutter you might have seen sitting silent out there. She rapidly turns around another corner as you trail behind her. She got cut up pretty bad on our last job, and I had to moor up her for a spell, but since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in and sliced the core from our ship mind, so now she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on our shoulder. The upshot is that I'm short one ship mind with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of this crew signed off the moment they got wind I'd been stranded. So yeah, it's been a time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know. Got a ship mind tucked away in that frame of yours? For a moment, you weren't sure if she's serious. Akita swings the plates back from her back, almost knocking you over in the process. This is me. She holds the second bundle off your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewed her bottom lip. Look, you want to help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together, and you don't seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundles of plates to the Ambergris's outer locks, and then turns back. Just don't go spreading all this around. Akita throws you a couple of chits. Some chits! We got some chits! She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the doorway. All right, get out of here, she calls back at the door. The lock slams shut. Oh, we literally got 2 chits. No, we haven't. We don't know. I mean, I don't know if I want to know. Like, I honestly don't know if I want to know. Do I want to know? Well, we get upgrade points. Apparently, you can get upgrade points. You can upgrade stuff. Look at that. All right, we have no dice left. So I guess we're gonna go to sleep.